So today I wanted to bring a topic to the table. I want to talk about healing. I wanted to get you all's take on the idea and the concept. And do you accept the role of healer?
I do accept it. I mean, I just know that that's just part of who I am. And I feel like as I am evolving, because, we're always evolving, I know that wherever I go, I leave people in a better state than when I found them. So, yes. When I told my coworkers when I worked inpatient that I was transferring to a different position, that was like the longest goodbye ever. Everybody was like, oh no, we're just so sorry to see you go. Like, I still have like most of my coworkers that keep in contact with me. They're always happy to see me. I'm always happy to see them. And I guess that's just a small way for me to explain that, yes, I am a healer and I do accept it.
When you first realized it, was it easy for you to accept the role of a healer, or the fact that that's just what you are innately?
I guess so. I mean, I guess it kind of just snuck up on me, and I was like, oh well, this is what I do. This is part of who I am.
I help people to overcome situations. For some odd reason, I'm always that go-to person, whether at work, at church, I have perfect strangers sometimes coming to me. It's just something about the aura is what they've told me. So definitely I do own that as a healer. Just even someone to talk to past hurt, just different situations. So I think maybe I would add overcomer as a word to help them overcome whatever situation they're dealing with.
I think it's interesting. For me, it has so much to do with faith. Like, if I didn't have faith in God and believe that God was working through me, then I don't know if I would take the responsibility of that. Because of the work I do, I'm a healer. I can't separate it. It is so spiritual for me. It all goes together. And so I feel like I'm a conduit. I'm a piece. I'm part of the plan, but it's really because something bigger is coming through me. And I've known that since way before I was a nurse.
Yeah, I still say yes too. And actually, I want to clarify something. Like when you said overstimulating or overstimulation, I do know that, like, when I am around a lot of people, maybe this is part of the being an introvert, I'm not sure, or whatever, but just the talking and being around and the amount of energy that I use when I'm around people, I do end up being drained and needing a lot of time to replenish myself. And I was told what I should do is to take like a sea salt bath. I haven't actually tried that yet, but I was told that I should do that, and that will help with restoring the balance.
So I'm curious, what role does cannabis play in your own healing, or what has it played in your experiences with dealing with your clients or your patients?
For me, cannabis in my healing would probably be a relaxation. I think that when you're stressed, when you got a lot of things going on, or even pain, because I've had chronic pain, I think it just allows me to just release it and not focus so much on the minute details of things or any type of pain. And I think that that's healing in itself when your mind is lighter. And for me, it does that. It makes it where even if I'm feeling pain, my mind is not focused on it. Yeah. It's focused on some other stuff. So for me, healing is being able to relax and just release your mind and not be so bogged down with certain thoughts and have just a moment of clarity. And that's fun.
Yeah.
So I have found for me, so I'm new to cannabis and CBD a couple years in, but I found in the beginning stages of it brought up suppressed thoughts of things that I knowingly should do or wanted to do or should have said, but didn't. But also it has been an emotional cleanse, right? So there are times when just as being a mother and a wife and work, and just things that have gone on in my life that you tend to move through things and not allow yourself to sit in those emotions and those feelings, and just kind of push through. So there have been moments where I have unsuppressed those emotions it's not a boohoo cry. It's never been a boohoo cry, but there's just this uncontrollable flood of tears. Where again, things that maybe I have felt or moments or memories will begin to circulate, to allow myself to be in those feelings, to feel what it is I should have felt during the moments or the times that they happened. So it's been an experience. I've never had a bad trip. Lots of laughter. I will agree with the lady who was speaking previously with just also the ability to relax. Being raised with my mother, it has always been a situation where you had to be a certain way, you had to look a certain way. If you thought outside of certain things, it was a judgmental thing. So releasing the judgment and the stigma, even behind cannabis or pot or the herb, and just knowing that it is a plant that has multiple functions outside of giving you a euphoric high.
For me, I think that it has helped with depression instead of using prescribed antidepressants, which as I mentioned, like when we had the 420 Zoomathon, and I mentioned how the antidepressant I was on caused tinnitus. So instead of having that with the antidepressant, I find that like a little bit of cannabis daily actually helps. I do have a therapist. Mm-hmm. So I do that. I do have a relationship with God. I have a spiritual connection as well. So
if you find these conversations empowering, then you may want to join us in the Highline Tribe. We are a community of nurses and healers who are seeking alignment. Try the tribe today for a step towards a transformative journey towards wellness and knowledge. See you on the inside.